Verjetno več bo povedal veleposlanik Eyal Sela, sam, ki je zdaj na video povezavi. Mr. Sela, good evening.
Good evening, dober večer.
Mr. Eyal Sela, what is the current situation in Israel? Protesters in Palestine hit the street while powerful leaders around the globe called for an Israel-Hamas ceasefire.
We have a war, a conflict against terrorist organization called Hamas and a small one called Palestinian Islamic Jihad. They began to launch missiles against Israeli civilian population. We have the rights to defend ourselves like any other country will do, and we will continue to do so. We are trying to hit only the infrastructure of the terrorist organization, the tunnels, their equipment, the person themselves that launched the missiles and the mortars. Unfortunately, a few hours ago, we have 2 dead Israeli. Basically, they were Thailandese working for an Israeli village. So this is a self-defense operation against terrorist organization.
Now into its 8th day, this is the deadliest Israeli-Palestinian confrontation since the two sides fought a war in 2014, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed Monday night that Israel would continue to strike at the targets of terrorism. Who are the main culprits for such a deadly confrontation while still in the midst of pandemics?
For terrorist organization, it doesn't matter if there is a pandemic. Instead of using the money and buying vaccination for the people, instead of using the money and having better life for the poor people in Gaza, instead of making Gaza Singapore, they did Gaza Afghanistan. Gaza had a nice beach. They had gas in front of the sea. And the terrorist organization will not do anything to advance. This is an organization which not only anti-Israeli, they are anti-Christian, they are anti-LGBT, they are anti-liberal, they are against all of the values that we stand for. And unfortunately, we will continue to defend ourselves. I know that there are civilian casualties. We are trying to do as much as we can, that there will be less casualties. By the way, some of the casualties dead because of Hamas rockets hit their own people. Very few of them, not the majority, but some of them did like that. And by the way, at least half of the victims are terrorists. We have them named to assure that they are terrorists.
Mr. Eyal Sela, Israel does face criticism for not having done enough to avoid victims among civilians. European mainstream media continue to count victims among children in Gaza. Has Israel done enough to avoid such tragic loss of lives?
We did, just for example, the building that was the headquarters of the Islamic Hamas movement intelligence, that was also used as a human shield by some of the media, like Al Jazeera and unfortunately also AP. We made the phone calls. We are calling them to evacuate. Our pilots, when they are seeing that there are innocent people and they are seeing that there are kids nearby a target, they are not bombing and they are going back and aborting the operation. I don't think there is any other military that did what Israel done to assure that we are looking only for the terrorist infrastructure, the terrorist leader, and the terrorists themselves.
Mr. Eyal, did Israel occupy Palestine? That seems to be popular belief among Muslim countries, especially Iran. What is your view on that matter? How to end this conflict? Will it actually ever end?
Yes, we don't have enough time to go and check the history. Unfortunately, the Palestinians always said no to any plan to have peace in the region. Not in 1947, not in 1967, not the Clinton program, not the negotiation with Ehud Olmert. We always said that we are ready. When the Palestinians will be ready, there will be peace. Iran is the country that's supporting terrorism. They have missiles because of Iran. Iran gave them money, Iran gave them technology. Iran is the main problem of the Middle East.
You gave an interview for the Slovenian national television. You claimed in an interview for the media outlet CEO that you were actually censored. You said the interview was already recorded, but they opted not to air it. Did they explain it to you? What was the reason behind their strange decision?
They interviewed me for about 2 minutes, and they aired only 30 seconds or so. I didn't ask for explanation. It's their decision how long to have the interview. Yes, I would prefer that it would be the whole interview that would give me the opportunity to explain the Slovenian people about the situation as you are giving me. But I was not complaining officially, and I didn't ask for explanation, and I didn't got any explanation from them.
How do you see Israeli-Slovenian relations? Are they really that different compared to the past years? How do you see criticism the current government faces for raising the Israeli flag on governmental building?
I'm ambassador to Slovenia for more than 4 years. I worked with the previous government. Traditionally, we have good relation between our two countries. That was the case also with the previous government. Israel supported Slovenia independence, and since then we have a very good relation. In this moment, I think we are in the best moment of our bilateral relations. The visit of Prime Minister Yansha to Israel in December, that enhance our cooperation in fields like innovation, cybersecurity, digitalization. We are increasing the use of Luca Copper of main gate to Israeli products to Central Europe. And we hope that soon Israeli tourists will visit your beautiful country. This is a win-win situation. It's win for our tourists. It's win for your economy, for your hotels. So this is good. And yes, we are very thankful for all of those countries, including Slovenia, including Austria, Czech Republic, other countries that showed that support and that solidarity with Israel. Having the Israeli flag in the center of Ljubljana was received in a very much appreciation from the Israeli Prime Minister, from the Israeli public, from all of the Israelis. Hvala lepa Slovenia.
Izraela, thank you for your time, and of course, stay safe.
And I'm sorry for the problems. This is the reality now.